A first carry now. This is Johnson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The inaugural drive for this offense today, and the guy we're going to talk about, Michael Floyd.
Starting to develop into a #1 receiver, a guy that you'll count on downfield.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95. Sally 19.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Sally 19. Blue.
Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Ordinarily, the responsibility for not letting edge pressure disrupt the play falls on the offensive tackles. Their job to push that edge pressure so far wide they can't either get to the quarterback or the runner, especially on a draw.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, Palmer. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Palmer gives to Johnson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Sally 19. Regular. Here we go.
They go to Johnson again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And we get a peek at the defensive starters, and it's a unit that really needs to do better than they did last week.
So I would expect them to come out with a lot more emotion this week, flying around, trying to establish a new tone, because last week they didn't feel good about it all.
He's got Floyd out left. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. This is the former Spartan from San Jose, Tyler Irvin. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And this is going to be incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. Now 4th down.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
Fielded at about the 28. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Floyd, the man in motion, left. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And the wideout in motion. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Palmer on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 2nd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Brown, the lone receiver, left. And the play clock's running down. Palmer will throw. And he comes back with one complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
They'll throw on 1st down here with Palmer. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here we go. Regular. Sally 19. Sally 19.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On second down, Palmer is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out here in the eye. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these 2 offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Hopkins, the one receiver right. Throwing, Jones. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition, because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Second down carry for Urban. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Come on, let's round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. That'll be a gain of 16. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal. First and goal from the 5. Irvin on the carry. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Irvin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board.
Let's go.
But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Let's go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Get ready. Blue 95. Regular.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get 14 yards there and a first down. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back, because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Wide 18.
Now the former Stanford Cardinal, Stephon Taylor. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They'll give it it to him right up the gut. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And some space here. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the 1st down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they like to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse, step accurately, throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Ohio, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. He's got Fuller. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Flex round. Here we go. Flex round.
Going on 4th, it's Irvin. And a cut to the left sideline. That one good for 12 yards. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
They come out here in the eye. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll run with Irvin. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Tyler Ervin as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. First down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
Here we go.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half, of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Hopkins, the one receiver right.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's go. 190. 190. Ohio. 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 Let's go. Ohio.
On 1st down, Irvin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Irvin, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack.
Let's go. Let's go. Deep.
And he motions the wide receiver. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They start out with a run from Irvin. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Throwing, Jones dumps it off for Irvin. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
We always talk about having to read defenses. and how complicated that is? Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Hopkins, the one receiver right.
Here we go!
They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Third down and 12. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Will Monday now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So out now come the Cardinals. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Time running out here on the play clock. Oh, barely. They snapped it at one. Now Palmer. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Play clock winding down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Sally 19! Sally 19! Get ready!
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go. Let's see. See. Mirror. 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 Get ready. Blue 95. Blue.
On third down, Palmer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Here we go. Blue 90. See.
And the wideout in motion. They'll indeed go for it. Palmer. He's got Floyd out left. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Second down now after the pass completion.
7-19. Get ready. Wide 18. Zebra.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Palmer to throw again. Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Blue 7-19. 7-19. Mirror. Mirror. Mirror.
Throwing now. Palmer on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Now Palmer to throw on second down. And Gresham's got it over the middle. The 20. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jermaine Gresham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And his kick is right through. snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Right back to Irvin. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Irvin. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Now Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. On 2nd down, Palmer. He's got the hook up to Floyd. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, Palmer. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Here we go. It's Palmer on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They come out here in the eye. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. This is Irvin. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Come on, let's go. What? Nine. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Ohio. 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 Here we go. What? Nine.
Time for a break.
What? Nine.
We're back to see what happens after this. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Come on, let's go. What? Nine. What? Nine. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Throwing Jones. Flushed out right. This will be caught at the 2. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Let's go.
They'll run it. This is Irvin. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Let's go.
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
What? Nine.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he takes it into the end zone.
But I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Mirror, mirror, mirror.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
All right now. Blue.
throw. And Gresham has it left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Now it's Palmer. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Here's Palmer. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here's Irvin. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Second down following the run. They'll come out in the pistol. Again they run. Again it's Irvin. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Again, running right, it's Irvin. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go, baby. Here we go. Ohio.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Houston, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a